All right, we are live. How we doing? Happy Tuesday. I'm back from vacation. I just spilled water on my sweatshirt literally right before going live, so that's nice. Got a few people in the chat already. Shout out Caleb, Flint. We got Joseph in here. Zay, Brett, Malcolm, Christopher, Lord. Got a bunch of people in the chat. Joseph says it's cold in New Hampshire. I'm in Boston, man, just outside of Boston. It is cold as anything here, too. It is absolutely brutal. I was just in Florida soaking up the beach, and even it was a cold front down there. And I'm sitting there being like, cold front? It's 69 degrees. Nice. And then I come back to, what is it today? 15 degrees here. Brutal and windy. You know what I mean? Like, I've obviously, well, not obviously, FY, I've grown up here all my life, so it's like I'm used to it. But going from Florida, leaving in the morning, returning here at night, it was like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? But you know what? We are inside now. We got the heat cranking. Hopefully our plays can do well so we can keep that thing going, right? Get the heat in here. We don't freeze our asses off. Where's everyone from in the chat here? I want to see what we got because I'm seeing a lot of cold places. We have, oh man, yeah, New York City from Nelly, 12 degrees, brutal there. Let's see, North Carolina. Oh man, Marvin, North Carolina, probably nice little. I don't even know what the temperature is there, but very nice. I assume nicer than here. We got Atlanta, a couple people from Atlanta, South Florida. Oh my god. Some of these places, minus 10 degrees. See, that John, that makes me feel good. Minus 10 in Toronto makes me feel real good about our 18 above zero here. So thank you very much there. I could go, Money says Jacksonville smooth, 49, I could do that because I'm also someone that will sweat like in 20 degree weather. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't mind the idea of, give me like a Little League fastball, 55 miles an hour right down the middle. I'll take that any day of the week. I'll still wear shorts and that, everything like that. But man, oh man, it is cold right now. Like I said, I was in Florida, middle of a cold front, and in Siesta Key is where we were at, outside of Sarasota there. And they're like, oh, it's freezing here. We got people bundled up. I'm like, it's 68 degrees. One day it was 71, a little bit of a drizzle. And I was like, sign me up. All right. Well, everyone's going off about the weather. See, people rag on the weather talk, right? That's the small talk of all small talks. Hey, nice weather we're having today, right? You guys are flying in the chat. All right, so should we try and find, what's up, Jacob? Go Birds, indeed. Should we try and find some plays today? All I have so far, as of right now, is this same game parlay. I talked about it on the show this morning. I like it, don't love it. Did roll with a full unit, but this was minus 129 over on ESPN. Pretty much the same exact parlay. Maybe even in some cases you had to go to LeBron 20 plus. Was way more juiced. So I figured, you know what? Screw it. We'll try and get some value. We'll pull the trigger on it. But, there's blowout potential there as Lakers play Washington and everything like that. But it's AD 20 plus, LeBron 18 plus, then Reeves 4 plus assists, which Reeves has not hit that assist line in 2 games, so a little worried there. But let's say I'm loving the chat right now. Let's say we jump into some plays here. Unless you guys want to keep talking weather, we can do that. I'm no weatherman, as you guys might know in the baseball days. Weatherman and reporting for duty. I could be wrong about that all day long, but I can look out the window and tell you what the weather's like now. It's snowy and cold. Just outside of Boston. So, if I were to be a meteorologist, give me like a real-time guy, not the guy that predicts it for the next week. All right, let's see what else we got there. Harrison saying it's 22 here and I still feel hot. That's how I run. Like, especially when the heat gets going, like I might have to turn the heat down in a little bit because I put the heat on. I just got out of the shower. It's too much information, but I did. I worked out this morning. No big deal. This is how I was going to brag about working out, fitting into the story, right? Got out of the shower and I was like, all right, now I'm cold because I'm wet, and turn the heat up. And now I put the hoodie on, sit down, get ready, and I'm like, I'm sweating. I'm genuinely sweating. Let's see. Let's get a few things situated here, and then we can dive in. Seeing some chatter talk about the new league. If LeBron goes to the new league, you're going to bet the new league. I mean, I don't know about right away, right? But what is it? It's like $5 billion. They're looking to, like, there's a substantial amount of money going into that, right? I don't know if that's something I jump to right away, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, this would be something that he probably dives into after he retires. At least that's what I saw, but I don't know. I mean, it's I don't know if I'm going to jump into that right away. That makes sense. All right, let's see what we got in here, guys. Drop some plays in the comments. We'll jump in. We'll decipher it. Like I mentioned, this is what I have so far, just this same game parlay. So I'm looking to add to my final plays today as well. It's kind of a weird slate, right? When we look at it, this slate, not all that, juicy, I guess. Only 5 games, some big numbers there. So yeah, we'll see what we got. I mean, again, like there's one game right here, and these odds probably can be updated a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Whoopsies. Let's see. These odds are obviously, yeah, there we go. More up to date there. Slightly more up to date. One game that's a close one, right? So not exactly the best slate overall, but let's see what else we got. So let's go ahead and drop some plays in the comments here, and we can look into it. Zay says Jovic over 2.5 assists. If it becomes available, is it not available yet? So I see it available in multiple books here. Let's go ahead and dive into that one. So this is going to be another game in which they do have Jimmy Butler, correct? So yeah, Jimmy Butler in the starting lineup. Here's Nikola Jovic. Over 2.5 assists. It's a little bit juiced, but actually DraftKings has 10 cents of value on other places, so I guess that's how we could justify it, right? So lately he's been playing 27, 28 minutes. My one thing here would be when Jimmy plays, where's he at? When Jimmy Butler plays, how do his minutes get impacted? And he's been playing more when Jimmy plays. Have there been am I missing anyone that's been out for them during that time? But either way, he's been kind of crushing this line. Is this an immediate look? I mean, last few games here, let's see, last 5 averaging 7.8 potential assists. So if you guys don't know how I like to operate with assists and potential assists, essentially potential assists, especially for a guy like Jovic, who's, power forward, small forward, wherever he plays, like I'm looking at a 50 to 55% rate in terms of potential assists covering half of those. That makes sense. So this ain't a bad look. Let's keep that right here. Let's keep that right here for now. If you guys don't know what tool I'm using, I'll give them a quick shout right now. This is Outlier, and it truly is, obviously there's other tools in the market. We'll go through some of them as well, but what I love about Outlier is the fact that they have multiple sports, which is really, really cool. So yeah, that's what I'm on as of right now. Looking at this doesn't look like a bad spot. I mean, that was games without. So let's see. Hold on. Rewind. Games with Jimmy Butler. What are the minutes? Okay, so slightly lower. So now I was looking at games without. So let's make sure we say, okay, 26-ish minutes with him. When he plays less, let's say go less than 30 minutes, right? So 29 or less. That hit rate definitely isn't all that high. And then games with Jimmy Butler playing those less minutes, he's hitting 2 straight, the most recent 2. Okay, this is something, like I said, we put it in the picks here. We can return to it. It looks like we already lost some value there, just looking at it. Do we? Let's see. If we continue here, let's bring this up. Oh, no, you could still get 140. You could still get 140 on it. Okay. So that doesn't seem like a bad spot if you guys want to check it out. But I am a little dicey and sketched about taking some of these Heat guys as Jimmy Butler comes back. Like, am I crazy for that thought process? Because, yes, okay, they looked good against the Spurs. We were on the wrong side of that one, of course. But, at some point, the fact that there's this, I want to be, at some point, drama's going to, I don't even know. Maybe not. But at some point, I feel like I'm not loving that spot. Like that team, I should say. All right, let's see what we got else here. Joseph says, Adebayo over 13.5 rebounds and assists. I don't think it's a bad look. Off the top of my head, I might be mistaken here, but I believe we have some rebounding issues for Portland, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let's see if we can find that. So, yeah, okay, we were definitely right about that. Using our handy-dandy dashboard here, you can see right here, 29th in terms of rebound rate over the last 3 games, 24th on the season. If we go to Bam Adebayo, check him out. What do we say? 13. What was the line? 13.5 rebounds plus assists. It's plus 100 right now. So if you got it at plus 105, way to go. Those are right there, the books. So he's been averaging 13.5. What about at home? Way more at home. What about on the season? 60% hit rate. Then at home, 63 it jumps to. And he's averaging 16 rebound chances, so let's give him 8, right? And then 7.1 potential assists. A lot of times with centers, they convert their potentials more, but let's just say for the sake of argument, we'll go 3 or 4. So we're sitting at, a floor of 12, right? So a floor of 12. Head-to-head here, 17 and 21. Let's check out Props Madness, one of the other tools that I've been using a lot as of late, and a bunch of people are using this as of late. So if we go rebounds plus assists, right, which he has been cashing, we know that. This is a Portland team that, assists allowed, 23rd, rebounds allowed, 22nd. Let's put those in there. So we'll go bottom 10 in terms of rebounding, so they allow tons of rebounds. 8 of their last 10, okay, against a bad rebound team. This is a bad rebounding team. We saw that right there, 17 rebounds plus assists from him, 11 boards, right? Now let's look at assists, opponent assists, and we'll go bottom 10 for those as well. 63% hit rate, so that's not a bad look, right? Whatsoever, and he has been getting, like I said, rebound chances. Let's go, rebound chances here we have no data pulling in for that, but we could probably find it potentially here, maybe. No, that's not pulling either, so NBA.com isn't pulling that. I don't mind this spot, but I want to see how many he's been averaging. Say, let's go last 10. 15 rebound chances, 6 potential assists, right? 15 and 6. So when we get rebound chances, when he has 15 or more rebound chances, he crushed this. Okay, he should have the chances today. This is not a good rebounding team in Portland. Blowout, that's a little worry, but whatever. And then what do we say for potential assists, right? 6. So if he has 6 potential assists, he crushes this as well. Do we like that? Put a W in the chat if we like this Bam Adebayo. That's definitely something I'm going to write down here as a potential play. And then Joseph, like we like to do, right? I don't know. I could probably just say Joe, right? I'm like rolling off Joseph, but it is your username, unless you prefer Joseph. I don't mind that spot. And if we do roll with it, I'll give you the shout in the final plays. It'll be right below. So Bam over, was it 13.5 re plus A? I really do like that. That's definitely got a chance to be a play, and I love the fact that it is plus 100. If we wanted to, look at like even on PrizePicks, you got 13. So actually, not even a bad look on PrizePicks, guys. If you don't want to check that out, you're getting a little bit better of a deal, unless that's a green goblin. I'm not sure, but plus 100 there for plus. That's definitely something of consideration. Very good call there. And it looks like the chat agrees as well. A couple W's in the chat here. The chat is flying, guys. If you are in right now and you have not yet, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button. Got way more people in here that have liked the stream, and most likely because I have not mentioned yet. But yeah, hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe. We don't stream every single day or anything like that, but I would like to stream more, and we're working on trying to stream more. This is our second stream in 2 weeks, which is a lot more than, the last few weeks before, a few months before, right? So yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Really do appreciate it. Let's run up the likes, then we'll dive into another spot in just a second. I might have to go turn the heat down real quick, because this is brutal. All right, I'm scrolling up a little bit to try and find someone. Let's see. Jacob, which Bridges is that? I might have missed one of your other chats here. Let's see. All right. So we got Joseph's there. That was a good look. I see a lot of that. Which bridges are we talking about? I mean, I guess, Evan, it's not like there's multiple bridges playing today, right? So, McCall Bridges, is that something we should look at here? I'm seeing people say 15 plus points. I think his line's way higher than that right now. But maybe you add that with SGP with the Knicks, right? Like they should beat Brooklyn. I crazily enough lean towards Brooklyn this morning, but I don't mind it. All right, let's check out this one, I guess. So, Towns over 23.5 points, Bridges over in threes. Let's just do a quick, this is from Johnny. We'll do a quick little breakdown as to what we might like in that game so we can use our dashboard for that as a starter. So we'll check that out, and then we'll kind of get player proppy, right? Well, in terms of our projections, you could see here we have Bridges projected for 15.7, Towns projected for 23.8. Obviously, that's not 3.4 Towns, but what do we want to say? We said we wanted to look at Towns, Bridges, and OG. We'll just look at this game, okay? We can look at this game. Talked about it earlier this morning, but a couple things to note would be that this Knicks defense, honestly, has been struggling from the perimeter. So I like D'Angelo Russell if we get news if he's playing. I don't know if he has been ruled in or out yet. He's a game time decision right here. Questionable. Started we don't really know, okay? That's something that I would consider because he's going to provide a lot of perimeter play for them on the offensive end. So that's one thing I looked at. You mentioned Towns, right? Towns down low should be okay. We just kind of have a middling of the pack here in terms of Brooklyn defense. Them against centers, though, over the last 7 games, 5th best in the league, and honestly a lot of assists. So they have been kind of not clamping up, but being a little bit better down there, and that comes when they are healthy with Nick Claxton. Like, Nick Claxton, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys he's the best center defender in the world, but when he's out, they obviously are in a way different situation, right? See, Keith, you're saying Towns over 38.5 PRA as long as there's not a blowout. I do like it because, you know, he should be able to play well here. I mean, score in the paint as long as they're a little bit better, right? Score in the paint, all that, but what if it is a blowout, right? In fact, in Towns, let's just check this out, actually. We're focusing on Towns here, but that's okay. Let's check this. Ready? So if we look at Towns, and we look at his, what do we want? Over 38.5 PRA, right? Adam, I've seen that a couple times. We're trying to get to everyone, so we'll try and get to that one, right? Let's see. So share our screen here. So Karl-Anthony Towns, in games in which we say, let's say they win by, what do we want to say, 15 plus? He's been one of the guys that has made them do that. So yeah, I guess blowout potential is there, but maybe Cat, like, they don't blow him out unless he goes off. This is PRA, by the way. You look at his points. We can look at his, what do we got? Win by 815. Like, yeah, he might be one of the guys that helps benefit that. Yeah, Johnny, that was kind of my thought process. You say they won't blow them out. It's a back-to-back. Check this out. In our dashboard, right? The Knicks cover rate on back-to-back situations, 20% right there. Like, 20% is not all that tremendous. So, yeah. Marquise, yeah, this dashboard is attractive. In fact, let's roll right into the plug here. And when I say shameless, it ain't shameless. If you guys do want access to this dashboard, just go ahead and check it out right here. I'll put it in the chat. Guys, let's run up the likes. We got a bunch more people in here than have liked the stream. I asked for the likes solely because that helps get more people in here and helps everything like that. So hopefully you guys do, I guess, appreciate that. Let's see. Will says, I'm late. What we got so far? I mean, we kind of started to like Towns, I guess. Like, I was against that if you just flip it back. I was kind of against it. Now, looking at that blowout, I'm not all that, down on it. And then in terms of another play, Bam Adebayo over 13.5 rebounds plus assists. Something we're considering as well. So that could definitely be something to look at. What else we got here? All right, Jimmy Butler. Let's do that. I owe my man Adam. Jimmy Butler under PRA. Which I immediately kind of think, yeah, this dude is clearly not wanting to be here, anything like that, right? We look at him recently. Let's jump into it. We look at Jimmy Butler recently. Yeah, I would say he doesn't want to be here. I mean, he took the break or suspended, whatever you want to call it. He had 18 points in that first game, right, against Denver. He had, 8, 3, and 7 there. Head-to-head against Portland, he stayed under last time. My one concern, and do you guys agree with this, that this could just be like I don't know, like a wildly spot where everyone thinks it's an under. You know what I mean? Like, Adam, I look at this and I'm like, no duh under. Sometimes when I'm thinking no duh, it's like, oh, like that, oh shit type of thing, right? What do we have him projected for? 17, what is that? 17.6, so 28.7 we have him for. Maybe that's because we do have, a team in which Portland allows plenty of points to small forwards, I guess. We did see Jimmy shoot the ball, like I just said, right? In terms of his performance, he had 18 points here. His field goal attempts, 15, 7. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's like every number we look at is going to tell us, like, most likely under, right? But is this a spot in which it's like, dude, everybody's going to like the under? I bet a lot of people like the under on Jimmy today, which I don't mind it. I really don't, especially when you think about Jimmy Butler's, like, shooting zones, right? So if we look at Jimmy Butler, and we look at him, Jimmy Butler right here, 3.3 restricted area in the paint too, and then his mid-range is his next one. He's not going to shoot many threes, right? If we look at Portland's defense, like, mid-range, okay, they're fine at covering that, and then as you get closer to the hoop, they do get kind of better. But does that lead to more assists and stuff? Like, now are we thinking, okay, well, maybe it's an under in points look? You know what I mean? I will say too, and I see you guys, Muck and Adam, saying sticking with it. I'm not trying to tell you guys to not take it. I'm only saying it seems like if everybody's on it at some point, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if that's the correct. I was gonna say at some point he's gonna surprise people, but like, why? He doesn't want to be there. You know what I mean? Like, we've probably all had jobs before where we're sitting there being like, I'm in this meeting. I don't care about the outcome of this meeting. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to put my effort into this meeting. Jimmy Butler's doing that, or he should be. Adam, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if he can't, so using this dashboard as our look here, which we so proudly built ourselves, as you get closer to the hoop, they can't really cover it, right? I understand that. Is he going to dish it out to someone? Is he going to flip it to, like, can he get assists? Let's take a peek at him on his points. And I'm not trying to talk you guys off of PRA, because that's like an all-effort staff, you know what I mean? All-effort stat, I should say. Like, if he doesn't have the effort there, he's not going to get the rebounds. He's not going to get the points. Maybe he gets some dumb assists. Pass to Tyler Hero, one dribble, boom. You know what I mean? Maybe points, rebounds. I don't know. But let's see. Jimmy Butler, and let's just look at his points here. He scores a lot of his points from down low. This says that Portland's not all that good down low, but guys, unbeknownst to me, I was going to become the Portland whisperer here. They're a lot better down low than we would give them credit for. In terms of pick and roll ball handler, they're not all that bad at. Like, all right, let's see. If we go shooting zone is restricted area, right? I'm going to say this is me using this and taking it my own direction. The numbers aren't going to say this, but I'm just using what I consider. Portland is a top. Actually, let's just use what we have here. They are a top kind of, what's the average between these points in the paint allowed? The average that we'll have is 20. Using this year and I guess away as a, let's go top half. Just for the sake of argument, right? You can say, okay, well, this is, a Portland team that isn't good defensively. That's Jimmy Butler this year, but this year data doesn't matter, right? Like, why would this year data matter? He doesn't give a crap. And none of these games are when he's been back. I guess I sign off on the Jimmy one. All right, do you guys like the Jimmy one? Yes or no in the comments? Because, I mean, I can't knock it because why would he care? Like I just said, we've all had those meetings. Muck says, I'm scared of PRA because he might shoot good, but rebound and assist is full effort, not self-effort. He wants to look good and don't care. That is true. I mean, he doesn't care, but he probably also wants to be traded to a team that wants something. Like, you know what I mean? He's going to try and look good, I guess. I don't know. It's tough. Like, I do think that it's a good up, and like this is the type of thing where that's why I'm making sure to tell you guys I'm not trying to sway you either way, because would I be surprised if Jimmy had an 8-3-7 line tonight? No, you know what I mean? Like that's he doesn't. It's not his team anymore. Even if he cared to the nth degree, he's not going to get the same amount of usage, right? He's not going to get the same amount of. He shouldn't get the same amount of field goal attempts. So yeah, even like just think of it that way, right? If he's going to get less usage, then I don't think he's going to score all that much. All right, we got to, let's see. Jeffrey says, same game. All right, over in the Nets Knicks. If you're alting those, yeah, I don't mind it. Plus 170, I don't mind that. I don't mind those odds. I liked the what's the 214? What game is that for? Knicks next. Is that the Toronto one? Yeah, Adam, I know. You asked me the question and I dive into it, and then now I'm like ping-ponging back and forth. You just hurt my brain. All right, let's get into another one here, guys. Let's get into another one here. We'll move on from Jimmy Butler. Tyrese Maxey under 3.5 threes. Tyrese Maxey under 3.5 threes. He's been pretty good to this line in his last, few games. Actually, on the season, right? Yeah, even using Outlier, you could see 22 of 34 games he stayed under, averaging 3.21. We look at the defense here for Denver. They aren't exactly all that stellar on the perimeter, but they're not bad either. And you could even see above the break, which is where Maxey, excuse me, where Maxey's going to take a lot of his shots from, right? There's a lot of three-point shots. They're actually not all that terrible. So, yeah, I don't mind it. I also don't know if he's even going to have this Denver team, at least in my opinion, lately has been a team in which you can try and drive on. These numbers would say they're very good against the isolation, but I haven't minded some of the guys that have played isolation against Denver. I wouldn't take that to the level of, building a play around it. But Maxey, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to, pump fake one dribble pull up or pump fake drive past Murray, Russell Westbrook. Do we know if Murray's playing yet? Still probable there. The one thing I would probably look at here is take a peek without Paul George maybe, because that's, 7 threes that are up for grabs. Without Paul George, where are you at? Because Paul George is questionable. So he stays under without Paul George. On the road, still okay. What about head-to-head? Had 4 last time he played them. That was last year, almost a year ago. Denver to point guards here, middle of the pack. Denver, number 2 to point guards in the last 7 games. Under 3.5 threes could definitely be a look here for Maxey. Let's take a peek if we dig into the player type. So Maxey, where are you at? All right. His pick and roll ball handler and above the break 3. We're really going to focus on that above the break 3. See, like I said, middle of the pack, right? Pick and roll ball handler, they should defend fairly well. But like I said, I do give them a decent amount of credit for being able to stop some guys. But we want to look at threes, right? So Jeff Green, Fred VanVleet, playing them recently. Point guards have had success against them, but we knew that, right? Point guards, the 3-point is down, but it looks like they've had, I wouldn't say success, but okay play. And even that's what I was saying too. You look at some of these guys, right? Like Terry Rozier, Jalen Green. Did I say Jeff Green? Jalen Green, Fred VanVleet, Kyrie, they locked up. So some good defense there. If we want to say let's say above the break, right? And this is a Denver team that we're going to put them at a middle of the pack. We'll go 15. That's giving a little bit of credit. Maxi's only gone over in 5 of these. So this is definitely a team in which he could struggle against shooting. I would say he may have a decent game overall. Like, what do we have him for? 26 points, right? 26 points. I'm trying to think about how we can do this. In games in which he scores, I don't even know. He shoots the ball. We should do that. How many times do we think he's going to shoot in general? Like, is he going to shoot a lot against this team? So when he shoots, all right, this is how I think I'm going to do this. All right, we're going to look at his field goal attempts. When he shoots the ball, what do we have there? What was I looking at? When he shoots the ball, I want to say in general overall. So let's go to his points. We should say maybe 20 times. If he shoots the ball 20 times, because I do think without Paul George and whatnot, which let's filter that. How many times did he shoot without Embiid, without Paul George, right? On this season, he's averaging 24. So if he shoots the ball 24 times tonight, how many times does he hit over his threes? That's his points. Let's go field goal attempts. Oh, no, it's still there, right? So there's the first sort of knock we have on it, right? When he just has an influx, is that the right word, of quantity of field goals, he's going to shoot a hell of a lot more threes, which makes sense, right? Giving him a lot more opportunities to just make these shots. So let's even say, okay, well, instead of 3-point attempts, let's look at, instead of points, let's just look at his 3-point attempts without these guys. So no Embiid and no Paul George. He shoots the ball 10 times per game. That's where you get to start worrying, right? So let's see. 3-point attempts. I'm missing it. 3-point attempts. Where you at? He's going to shoot it 10 times. That's where you get a little trapped. So that really looked very good on the surface level, right? Really good. We were almost kind of in. And then I look at there's a potential for quantity there. So that could be kind of tough, right? That could be kind of tough. The quantity alone makes me think about staying away from that. You know what I mean? We can look at Jordan Poole. It's actually a guy I looked at earlier this morning. But if you guys don't know, we had Jordan Poole a couple nights ago, and he absolutely sold against Sacramento. So I kind of was not loving it. But let's dive into Poole in that Lakers game. By the way, guys, I'll put it in here. This is where all my final plays are going. Right in there. So if you guys do want to check it out, that's today's plays. We only have this one same game parlay as of right now. And I'm looking to add more of that. Bam Adebayo over 13.5 rebounds plus assists. Should be locked in as a final play. If you guys don't know which one that was this. We could put it up. Bam Adebayo over 13.5 rebounds plus assists. Plus 105 right now. Been crushing. Should we lock that in? We'll look at Poole in a second. Give me a yes or no for the Bam, because we may do that right away. We might go Bam now because I want to make sure we get that plus money. Even money. Yeah. Okay. All right, I think that Bam's going to become a final play. And that was Joseph who originally helped us out there. Modern says, no, don't. We did go through it. So Modern, we did go through sort of like the minutes and the matchup and whatnot. That's why. He did just play well against them. He had 11 rebounds alone last game. All right, let's see. If Ware, let's go obviously with Khalil or Khalil Ware. When he plays, his minutes go from, he still plays 30. He still plays 30 minutes, right? This season, that's with Ware, who's active, not necessarily playing. I guess that's a little... All right, we're going to do it. I hear you, and you know what? Modern, and let's see who else is saying no in the chat. Yeah, I'm not taking his points down. It'd be rebounds plus assists. Let's see. Yeah, I guess modern. I mean, you're going to be able to rub it in my face. Caleb also saying it too. The thing is, guys, 13.5 rebounds plus assists. Like we're not looking for Bam to go off really. You know what I mean? We're just looking for him to play a normal amount of minutes. You know, if we don't think he's going to play, so watch. Ready? If we look at let's go to we'll do this to make maybe some of you guys. I'm not saying you have to roll with it. Do we even have where lines yet? We do not. Does PM? Hold on. No, all right. Well, let's do this. We're going to do this. His minutes started to uptick, right? I'm looking for that 15 plus bump. Right around, let's say this new year, okay? So New Year's on. So Bam, what we're going to be looking for here when we take a peek at him is January numbers, essentially, right? And his rebounds plus assists. I think they can coexist. I'm not saying Bam goes off. I'm thinking he gets his rebounds and some damn assists. You know what I mean? So last 10 games here, this is all January. He's hit it in 6 of 10. When Ware's playing clearly a lot more minutes, he's still hitting it. Against Utah, okay, that's not the best look, right? What did he have there? He had 11 rebound chances. We want him to have 14 rebound chances. Especially against Portland. Like, this was it right here. And he had, against Portland, we don't have his rebound chances number, but I imagine it was massive. So the situation we want for Bam, and I'll just put this out, and then I think we're going to lock it in. The situation we want for Bam right now is we're looking for, again, maybe 14 rebound chances. He should be looking good at that, right? Then you throw in potential assists. We want him to get, 6 potential assists. Like, that looks pretty damn good to me. You know? Set it and forget it. Bet it and forget it. I think we're going to roll with it. Bam over 13.5 rebounds plus assists. We're locking it in. I'm locking it in over here. I just don't know if you guys... I don't know if I'm supposed to do that live, so... Let's place it. And now we shall add this to our... place. You guys will see it updated on the site in a second. I know there's a lot of doubters in that one, and we went back and forth. We did. I'll tell you this, to the point of, who was it? We had Caleb. We also had, obviously, Modern really fighting it in a sense. If this was not plus 100, I don't know if I'd be as, infatuated by it. Do you guys know what I mean? Does that make sense? This is more than a 50-50. I like the idea of him hitting this. So the fact that we're getting an even 50-50, that could be a move. For the money. You know what I mean? Boom. All right. That has now been locked, guys. All right, what else what are we getting to here? That's splitting some hairs, huh? A lot of you guys just don't like it. I mean, again, I think my biggest closing argument would be because it's plus 100. If this was a minus 130 play or something like that, yeah, maybe not. I get what you're saying about where and whatnot. But for the chance that I'm giving it, I guess that's what I'm saying. I think it has a better of a chance than plus 100. So when you do this every single day, those are sort of those things that you're looking at. Even when people say, why do I play something that is minus 150 or beyond, right? I know a lot of people don't like to do that. I'm a very analytical kind of start from scratch sports bettor in which I can develop my own line or projection for players and odds and whatnot. If I take something that is, modern, you're good. You're totally good. I like the opinion. Don't worry. The idea of taking something that's heavily juiced or something like that, right? The fact that if I take something, say it's minus 145, minus 150, someone's like, that's really, really juiced. That's because I've kind of pegged it as a minus 160, minus 165. You know what I mean? So it's like and this brain is dumb all the time. Do not get me wrong. I'm getting it for a 20 cent discount in my brain. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. All right, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, the blowouts today could be tough, Hail Mary. David saying, what's up? What's up, my man? Wendell Carter over 12.5 points. He's going to have an uptick, right? You know? Let's see. Let's do that. Let's do Wendell Carter. $12.5. That one's plus as well. All right. So the reason I said he's gonna have an uptick. No Goga Batadze. Jonathan Isaac's also questionable. No Jalen Suggs. So there's a lot that we can do here. Cole Anthony now listed as questionable. Holy crap. Okay, let's start this one off. This might be a good look. Will. Orlando so Toronto, they've been a little bit better down low, right? Fourth in their last 3 games. If we actually want to take a peek at who they've played in their last 3, that's probably worth sharing. They played Boston and Golden State within their last 3. So obviously they're going to protect the paint fairly well because Boston's going to shoot a lot of threes, Golden State shoots a lot of threes. Then they lose to Milwaukee, and obviously Milwaukee is going to take a lot of inside shots. So I do think that there's some credibility to their defense playing well, I guess. But Giannis goes for 35 on them. He's going to shoot from the inside. They shot 81 shots, so they shot a lot of shots inside on them. You know what I mean? So I do think that these numbers right here are probably a little bit more trustworthy in terms of points in the paint allowed than we see, this one. Because again, Celtics and Warriors are on their last 3. Those guys like to shoot from the outside. Toronto, 70% in the restricted area. That's obviously where we're going to see Wendell Carter Jr. In fact, I don't like to do this, but let's see if we get a projection if I put him in manually. All right, we have him for 12.6. Because our starting lineups aren't updated, and that's a tough, long story, we still have his projection in there, right? So, okay, 12.6. I don't mind that. Now let's take a peek at him when he doesn't have Goga Batadze. Does he step it up? Goga, where are you at? Last 2 games of that, I'm sure. With him, with him this season, let's see, 26% of games. Now, Goga's a weird one because it's like Goga just started to be playing well overall. But without him, he plays 27 minutes. With him, he gets an uptick of 3 minutes or so. So let's just take a peek at him this year when he plays 28 minutes. Last few have been good. His field goal percentages are up there. Does he have any games against them recently? Okay, but the field goal attempts and the minutes also not so much. So, all right, we're gonna carve out a game situation here for Wendell Carter. Okay. So far, I'm indifferent as of right now, but we want him. Actually, first off, we could say that this is a team in the restricted area that's 24th. So let's go bottom. Let's just put at 24 to 30, okay? Oh, that's minutes. Actually, yeah, minutes. We'll start with minutes. We want him playing 27 minutes, okay? And then against that restricted area, right? 24th, we'll go 24. He's 1 of 2 this year, and this is a spot in which he played 32 minutes and shot the ball 4 times. Yikes, that's bad. All right, we got to peel this out then. Let's peel the minutes back. Actually, we'll keep the minutes. We know that they're bad inside. That's where he's going to shoot from. So let's keep the minutes because I think that gives a little bit better of a picture. And then what is he averaging field goal attempts-wise? We have 12, 16. This will be easier to look here. So when he plays, do you guys like when I just kind of like scramble like this? I know it can be confusing, but hopefully you guys are picking up on, I guess, some of the stuff that I do, if that's worth it at all. So we want 8 shot attempts, and maybe we'll even bump that up a little bit because as of late, he's shot, 9, 12, 15. So let's go 9 or 10 shot attempts, actually. So let's just focus on that, actually. Field goal attempts. When he goes 9, he's hit it over. When he goes 10, way over. I don't mind this spot. We've seen Jared Allen. Looks like he had 18 against them. Evan Mobley had 21. Like I said, you could target inside. Vucevic, 24. Jared Allen, another game. These are similar players. You're looking at centers recently. Al Horford had 10. He had a few threes, though. I think he had 2 threes. I think this might be a nice little spot here for him. Do we like his plus 112.5 or his 11.5 a little bit juiced because that is 6 buckets? Do you know what I mean? That's 12 points, 6 buckets. 6 2-pointers is 12. He would essentially, he's not going to take many threes, right? He was making 1 3 per game recently too. What do we say? I'm going to write this one down. We could come back to that one. This one's from Will, right? Yeah, which Big Vooch played well, right, Will? So, yeah, definitely. I like that. All right, what do we think? Do we like Wendell Carter Jr. over 12.5 points? That is plus 100 right now. It's another plus money look there. Let me know W in the comments if you like it. L if you don't like it, I guess. Yeah, Scotty Barnes parlay. That's a good one I want to look at because that's one I've punted. I said it in my show this morning, right? I like the idea of Scotty as well. So definitely something that we can look into here. And guys, I'm gonna put the outlier link in here again because that is that main tool we're using. Yeah, Rez is right, Ed. There's nothing safe. I mean, I guess that's the whole point of the word, right? All right, people are liking Wendell Carter Jr., huh? So, tempered. Bitadze is out. We already have him listed as out, I believe, right? So, ready? This is RotoWire. This is a free, I mean, if you guys aren't using this for, keeping track of updated lineups and whatnot, I highly suggest it. I use this, and the NBA produces, it's not all, they kind of put it out as PDFs and whatnot, but their official injury report, but this is very accurate as well. This is definitely something that I would recommend using if you are looking for updated play. So, Bitadze listed as out already, right? He's been ruled out of Tuesday's game against the Raptors. He's missed 4 straight, and obviously we saw that with Wendell Carter kind of recently playing well. So, yeah, and now Jonathan Isaac being out, that could even give more minutes to Wendell Carter. Ben Caro, I think, could have a good game too. I would think that, but I don't know. Damn, you guys are just getting me to throw down everything. Let's toss in Wendell Carter Jr. Or 12.5 points. I like that like for whatever reason, right? I don't know. You guys are psychos, I guess. Why was that one easier to think about than Bam? I guess because people are really big on Khalil Ware, right? All right. 2+ money. Well, when I say plus, I mean, we're obviously talking slightly plus, I guess. Even money is a better way of putting it. Wendell Carter Jr. So now you guys got me in. Look at this. So if we go to our final plays, I'll post it. I'll just show it, on my screen, right? Final plays here. Because we did go live and I haven't like fully just obviously brainstormed all mine, we now have my own play, and then we have 2 other plays from stream. So yeah, I guess we're going heavy stream today, because I believe I said it, or at least I thought about saying it, I didn't want to have like a crazy amount of plays on this slate, right? Like, this is a weird NBA slate. That said, sometimes when the weird ones roll around, that's when you can make some do some damage. But all of a sudden we're looking at 2 plus 100 plays, all from stream here. But it's all good. All right, let's look at Scotty. That was one that I liked already. So Scotty Barnes is one that back to my place. Scotty Barnes was over was it 19.5, right? That's 110 right now. Let's dig into this one. If you guys have any opinions or thoughts on Scotty Barnes' points, drop them in the comments as well. But here, this is why I'm liking it. If we flip over to the dash, actually, let's go to Toronto. So Barnes. Scotty Barnes right here. 4 shots a game in the restricted area, 5 in the paint, and then 4 in the mid-range, right? Yes, he'll take his threes. If he hits some threes, tremendous, but last 10 games, he's averaging 20% from there. What I like about this is if we look at this matchup, where I'm seeing that you can kind of get Orlando is right in that mid-range, and then maybe right there in the early in the paint. Do I like him taking it inside or anything like that? Definitely not, right? Like, that is not what I'm looking for. But also throw in the fact that Orlando, last 7 games here, allowing the most points per game to opposing players. Now, we only have Scotty Barnes projected for 18 and 18.6, so I'm going against my own projection here, right? But I don't mind the idea of him having a good game. Last time he played them, he had 20 points, and that was at the beginning of this month. He shot the ball 19 times, 47% from the field. On the season, he's shooting 16 times at right around the same percentage. So if he gets an uptick in field goal attempts, and screw it, in minutes, right? If he goes out there and plays 35 minutes, all of a sudden this line does not seem like it's that big of a behemoth, right? At home, when he plays that many minutes, same exact story. So let's say if he goes out there and shoots the ball, what was he averaging on the year? 16, right? And then last time he played them, he shot the ball 19. So let's say he shoots the ball 18 times today. Field goal attempts. I should probably get on Scotty Barnes. Field goal attempts, 18 plus times. Look at that. Averaging 24 points, right? Going against the Magic, who, yes, it looks like they're very, very good against his shot profiles and whatnot, but pick and roll, he should be okay. Get to the line, okay. And then even look at this. Guys that do like the mid-range. Tatum, Middleton, Barnes. We saw LeBron, I guess. Your discretion if you think that these are comparable players, right? That is what Props Madness deems them as comparable players. But even against the power forward position, a lot of green, right? So yes, it's a very good Magic defense, but Scotty Barnes could be going to have a really good game here. Pick and roll ball handler too. Like, you look at his line, and his line right now is 25.5. I thought I saw 24.5 earlier, didn't I? For his points and assists, if he wants to kind of be the 20, I thought I saw 24.5. See, now this is one of those ones that I would put it right in this range, right? What Caesars has at minus 210. So DraftKings minus 155 does give me a little bit of a value sort of hit in my brain. I probably end up looking just for some more sensible odds right here. But he only had 3 assists last time, right? On the season in terms of potential assists, yeah, he's averaging 13. Against this squad, though, who he can score well, 9.5. So I think just 19.5 points from him could be a look. And even if we split a unit for 19 and 18, like, does this make any difference? So on the season, right, 55% when he needs 19 points, when he needs 20, 48. Maybe it does. Maybe that's something that we say, okay, let's just do half with a little bit more of a safety net. We're not getting the whole benefit, but maybe we do that. Peace out, Adam. Thank you for tuning in. So what do we think? Yeah, you guys are saying, I didn't even read the chat yet, sorry. You guys are seeing the same thing with the pick and roll and whatnot. I think that this should be a good Scotty Barnes night. Pep says Scotty Barnes under 19.5 points. Well, I don't agree with it, but you know that you're totally entitled. Let's see. Hail Mary saying no way he goes 3 in a row back-to-back unders. Is that what you're saying? Especially against good defenses. Like Milwaukee, good defense. Boston, good defense. You know what I mean? I guess Orlando, good defense, so take away what I'm saying there. And also, yeah, I see the comment of why are we looking at that game, because we already have the Carter play now that we locked in, right? Shout out to, was it Will, right? I mean, look at the spreads for today. That's actually arguably the only close game. So me having 2 plays in that game, I don't mind that at all. Do we like Scotty? Do we like that? Ed, we're right now talking about all of the plays for the day. I know you're looking for a good play and whatnot, but let's not spam the chat. Good play. Let's look for what's a good play? Like everything we're going through, we're trying to find good stuff. You know what I mean? So just be patient and listen in a sense. There's no such thing as a safe one. I already told you that, but just listen and then you can make your own opinion. You know what I mean? Parlay says do his outlier without quickly. I also see someone saying which app is this, which I will share it. This is Outlier, guys. By the way, this link is a 7-day free trial. I always fail to mention why you should sign up. But all right, let's do. You said, oh, I'm losing my place here because there's got people spamming the chat with non-productive stuff. All right, so Scotty without quickly. Not all that great. Is that the point you're making, Parlay? Doesn't look all that tremendous. So that could be maybe not the best. What about when he... Yeah, I mean, that's not all that tremendous. Yeah, but how about this? So that was his last 10, right? Just to get us back on the track here. Yeah, okay, I got you, Parlay. I thought you were saying that you knew it was going to be bad. This is interesting. So I said he's going to play minutes tonight, right? So this is him without quickly. Doesn't look great. When he plays minutes without quickly, though, look at this. Boom. Like, we're right back on track. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to go Scotty Barnes. I think I'm going to go Scotty Barnes. I can't decide if I can't decide if I want to go 18.5 and 19.5 and just split the unit. That might be what we're doing. I know people say that's so dumb, but the amount of times that I've been burned on the hook. I don't know. Like look at this. Our projection for him, right? Our projection for him, where are we at, is 18.6. How about with RJ Barrett? That's probably a good one to look at too, right? With RJ Barrett, who's going to take a lot of those shots in the paint and similar shots to Scotty. All right, so he's been okay with RJ Barrett this year, especially when he plays the minutes. We just need minutes from him. Like, screw whoever's playing. Look at him when he plays minutes. You know what I mean? We need the minutes from. We need the minutes from Scotty. Please give me minutes from Scotty, and we should be good. Let's do this. We're gonna go 18 and 20 plus from him. So no, excuse me. We're gonna go 19. So 18.5 as well as the 20 plus for 110. We're splitting it, so it's same in, just splitting a unit there. yeah, you guys are going to be like, oh, that's the point. You might as well just go. But if this thing, now that I see that I do somewhat like that value on his, you know what I mean? Like 17.5, super, super juiced. I get that. For him to go out there and get 19 points here, FanDuel's the only one offering it. I don't know. Maybe this isn't the most mathematically savvy thing, but if he were to score 19 and after all that, I'd be like, well, what are we doing? You know what I mean? So we're locking that in. Yeah, this one we're splitting a full one though, Cedric. Finally, a play that I actually came up with. If you guys have been tuning in, we have now Scotty Barnes. We have one final play of our own, and then we ended up having two, even money plays here, with Scotty Barnes and with Wendell Carter Jr. and Bam Adebayo. Oh yeah. Let's see. Let's get these in. My browser's not working. We got to get these in before that value changes, so bear with me. Come on. What is happening? All right. Boom. All right, so we're updating this now. Scotty Barnes, finally another player of our own. And then I'll send the link to my final plays as of right now, guys, okay? This is them. We can refresh this in a second. Should be loading soon. Yes, this is what we have. I'll send the link in the chat, though. That's what we have as of right now. And I'm sending the link if you want to keep updated throughout the game. The day. All right, we're gonna stay live for a little bit longer, but we've been live for over an hour, right? I think I planned for like 40 minutes, but we've found some nice value here. TL says we need LeBron points tonight. Yeah, I have LeBron in that same game parlay. 18 from him would do it for us, but we need 20 from AD and then 4+ assists from Austin Reeves and the Lakers to win. Yeah, I don't mind Mikal Bridges tonight. We didn't look at OG Anunoby. I don't know if I mind OG Anunoby. We can look at that really quickly. I know we looked at that in the Knicks game earlier. I don't mind OG Anunoby. At some point, I wonder if there's like too many mouths to feed and whatnot, but that's kind of like old school thinking, right? I mean, you're totally right. If you look at his last couple games, like, look at this. I guess this is what we could share. This is OG in his last 2 games this season, right? By the way, against the Nets. And if we say, all right, let's make sure Cat's playing and make sure Jalen's playing. That was the 17 one. Ended up hitting that. I want to say Cat didn't play. Is that right? Cat didn't play in this one. So he had more. But I don't mind it, but it's definitely like it's definitely a little he's like the fourth mouth to feed, fourth mouth to feed. Rez, I forgot you said how's your Tuesday going? I appreciate that. It's going well. How's your Tuesday going? I don't know why I just glossed over that. And then you say, is H to H going to continue? Yeah, we'll still do H to H. It'll probably be more fun. Maybe we'll do some like side wagers with me and Tassos. But because I was crowned, picture us being crowned, the H champion. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a football show I do on the channel with Tassos. You mean we will still do the show like we did last year. So I guess, yes, it might not have the same like oomph because we don't know if well, we do know that I already won, so we don't know if Tassos is gonna care as much. Like I when we, truth be told, when I lost last year, the same time really, those last couple weeks, it was like I was just trying to go for some big ones. Do you know what I mean? Like some nice plays and whatnot for bragging rights. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Chase. I mean, he is tough. Landrew says Denny Avadabadu or Avda. I can never say his name, but you know what? We stick with Abadabadu, little Flintstone style. I really don't mind him. He's super like important to this squad. And just look at this. This is points plus rebounds. I looked at this earlier, and I mentioned DeAndre Ayton earlier today, right? In my video. If we look at Portland against Miami, where can they score? Okay, we're thinking potentially in the paint against Miami, right? Their threes, they could as well. If we want to look at Denny Avda here, where's he at? Denny, right here. A lot of points in the paint, couple mid-range shots, and then he's going to take a few threes. If he hits those, then tremendous. I don't mind it. Now, is he in the starting lineup? Do we have him listed? Because he is a guy that, yeah, no, Jeremy Grant's back, so he hasn't been playing as much with Jeremy Grant here. Or not playing as much. He's been playing pretty much the same amount, okay? That was a slip on my part. I don't want you guys taking that one to the bank and thinking that's the case. He's been playing plenty, just not starting as much, right? But I don't think Jeremy Grant really coming back has mattered. You know what I mean? Or we had one game back. So I don't mind Denny, maybe his PRA line. Like, this dude's been crushing it. Look at his last few games against Miami. Like, I definitely don't mind this spot at all. Now that I'm saying it out loud, like, this becomes a spot in which I think could be a final play as well. Look at his points. Isn't that interesting? The points haven't necessarily been there against Miami. He's been right there, though. I wouldn't really give him too much grief for it. And them against the small forward and power forward, kind of like, points plus rebounds could be a good look. How many rebound chances is he getting lately? 12. That's on the season, so that's not lately. Last 10, 12. Against the Heat, 12. So this guy's getting... Okay, so safe to say, maybe we just say when Denny Avadabadu gets 12 rebound chances, let's see what we got for points plus rebounds, right? First off, scoring perspective, spot up, he could do good there. In terms of, what did I say, rebound chances, he gets 12 rebound chances. Hit this game, and let's eliminate some of these older ones, right? He's hit this in plenty of games. Well, you know what we should do? Take a peek at his minutes. Make sure that we got a consistent minutes here. He's been playing in the last 20 games. We'll do that. That makes sense to me. 29.8 minutes compared to his on the season 28. So let's go 29 minutes. Let's do him some justice here. We'll go 29 minutes. He's been okay in that. Been okay. When he plays a crazy amount of minutes, obviously he's more productive. That's definitely got a spot to look at, huh, Landrew? Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's some guys that I just stick with the mispronunciation because people are going to be like, oh, that's not how you say it. So I say Avdia. I guess it's Adiva. Denny Avdia, right? Whatever. I'm parlay killer. I'm pretty much saying it's for the, not the shtick, but it is what it is. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. They said Jovic, and Ev said he's going to put... Yeah, I never looked back into Jovic. Okay, all right, let's do that. Right here, we liked his, what was it, assists, right? 2.5. I don't know how you can not like this, right? His potential assists have been up and down. That Denny Avdia, I will consider. I'll write that down. And now let's get back to this. So sorry about that, Zay. I should just call him Denny. I think Avadabadu is a good last name. All right. Still the values on DraftKings, right? Can we still get that number? We can. Okay. I think they just moved, actually. I mean, this has been crushing in games with. So this is what we were looking at, right? This is kind of where I left off. His minutes in the last 20 have been 24.6. On the season, 22, but with Jimmy Butler is what we kind of wanted to look at, right? Jimmy Butler, 20 minutes, but honestly, recently it's been, so let's do last 5 because that's last 5 with Jimmy, and he's played 26. So if we look at him, clear all these filters, right? And we just say on this season when he plays 26 minutes, what do you think? What do we think of that? All we're looking for is 3 assists from a guy that, when he plays this amount of minutes, he's averaging 8.4 potential assists. Butler to get ejected. Averaging 5 assists over his last 5 games, 4.7 over his last 10. Jimmy Butler worries me, I'll be honest. Like I said, right? Look at his last 10 here. Averaging 31.2. You throw in, we'll just do season long, like I said, with Jimmy Butler. He definitely, the minutes are there too. Jeez. Oh, that's with the minutes. Okay. The minutes do definitely drop, but this is so long ago. All right. You guys sold me. Shout out Zay, you'll get a shout out. I'll lock it in as well. We came back to it and for good reason. There we go. All right, got to get this in. I'm just going to copy this because I don't want to spell all that. Looks like we did lose 5 cents there. Let's see if this refreshes that quickly. But I'm seeing, 45 now, which still I don't mind. All right, that's in. That is now added to the final place. I'm glad we ended up coming back to that. Thank you for reminding me, Zay, and sticking through the entire stream to remind me. All right, guys, one thing I'll ask you before we do close up, smash that like button. We got like triple the amount of people in here. We're trying to go live more often. I think we went live last Tuesday, correct? So definitely trying to do that more and more often. We've been live now for almost an hour and 20 minutes. So we're going to jump off soon. Good luck to everyone tonight. New hat just dropped on the store, GuyBostonSports.com/store. If you guys do want to check it out. And yeah, smash that like button. Last thing. And if you are interested in the live streams, like that's how you can let me know, hitting the like button, because live streams are a lot of work. I know that, some of the goats like Kyle Kerms in this industry, I've been on his live show before and he's just one of my favorite guys. Like that is an absolute grind to be able to be thinking about plays all day, trying to break down these games, everything like that. Right. And then going live to talk about it every single day is great. Now, I think my live stream is a little bit different with you guys. Like we try and build things together and look at some plays, which obviously that wouldn't be the case for a lot of people. So it's, I guess it'd be possible, right? And we put some in, but I do want to do more of this. So just know, and I said it last week too, right? I'm going to try and be more consistent with lives. I do genuinely want to do more and more lives. So at least that is the case. And in terms of what we have so far, this is the link here. I see the recap. So this is what we have right now. This is what we're rolling with. So these were our plays, right? We did build this on stream, not build, to put it together. And then Bam Adebayo over 13.5 rebounds. Wendell Carter Jr. over 12.5 points. Nikola Jovic here over 2.5 assists is what we have as of right now. And we are kicking around a few more ideas. So I'll link this in the chat too. These are my plays literally every single day. If you guys don't know, absolutely free every single day. I'm going to be updating that and whatnot throughout the day if we add anything else in there. So yeah, check it out. Everything like that. Again, this is the play if you want to pause it right now and check it out. But really do appreciate everyone that has tuned in big time. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support. I have a ball doing these live streams, so we'll definitely try and do a few more of them. All right, but we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.